Man, I am not surprised at all. Not surprised by any of the reactions I'm seeing in my Nintendo and my Microsoft E3 videos. We have all the corporate slaves, all the defenders, all the cheerleaders, all the drones, all up in the comment sections, all upset, all crying, saying how I'm a joke, how I'm corny, how I'm just saying these things to get a reaction. People, this is my opinion. If you don't like it, well then, that is your problem, not mine. I'm giving you my honest opinion as somebody who has one of the most and highest levels of gaming experience here on this website in our little sector of YouTube. If you don't like it, well, I'm sorry. That's you. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm not here to pander to anybody. I'm here to give you my opinion. Now, starting with Sony's E3 conference, well, it was probably the best E3 conference, but that's like saying who's the most broke homeless person out there on the street. They all sucked, period. We start off the conference with Destiny and a Destiny bundle and a PS4 Destiny beta. I mean, Destiny looks alright, it looks good and everything, but I just can't get excited for it. It just looks like a combination between Halo and Borderlands and some sort of MMO RPG, and just haven't been feeling it. Entwined. Why games like these even make it onto the stage are beyond me. They have no place at E3 unless you're going down a rundown of all your indie games all at one time. No game like this should get any kind of individual attention. Infamous Second Son DLC. Well, seeing as how I don't give a damn about any Sony in-house development games, well, I probably don't give a damn about any Sony in-house development games DLC. Although, that Killzone Shadowfall 4-player Horde mode co-op, that looks pretty cool. Killzone is one game I do like that Sony makes, or how should I say, one game I did like. From Software, Bloodborne. This game is going to be a probably must-buy game because From Software makes good games, and this game is an exclusive. Problem with Bloodborne is, well, once again, 2015, once again, cutscenes, once again, CGI, and once again, probably running behind a high-end PC. Outside of that, I'm probably going to be looking forward to Bloodborne. Far Cry 4. It's Far Cry. It's on PC. It's on Xbox One. It's on PS3. It's on 360. It's on everything but the Wii U. Once again, it's Far Cry. Dead Island 2. Was never a big fan of Dead Island 1. Big deal. Grim Fandango. If you're an old school PC gamer, you've probably already been there and done that. Next up, a whole bunch of indie games, and we all know if you're an indie game player, a Pentium 4 PC can probably do it all for you. Indie games on PC have already been dominating forever and forever and forever ago. I don't understand why people are all of a sudden getting excited for indie games on consoles when you're a decade late, people. You're a decade late. Suda51, Let It Die. Once again, cutscenes, CGI. Can we get real gameplay in any of these games, please? I mean, come on. And the game doesn't look really that interesting. It just looks like a Berserker Slaughterfest. I mean, Suda51 hasn't made a good game to me since No More Heroes, and even then that game was good, but it wasn't great. Next up, the stream just goes to hell, and it got all choppy on me. I don't know if anybody else experienced anything. I had to actually switch a stream, but I guess I can't fault that for the E3. Project Morpheus, I really don't care about any kind of headsets or anything like that. I don't care about virtual reality. Don't care for it. How many times has it been done? No technology in the history of man has failed, I repeat, has failed so many times, and yet people are so willing to drop in hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars into things that have failed time and time and time and time again. I don't get it. It is never shown to work. It is never proven to work. It is never proven to be financially viable. Maybe one day it will. Maybe Oculus Rift will be the company that makes it. But when you're Sony, a company that is hemorrhaging money, bleeding money, letting go employers, closing down buildings, closing down studios. Why are you taking the risk on something that is so unproven? I don't get it. Mortal Kombat 10. Mortal Kombat sucks in my opinion. The gameplay has always been crap. The game looked nothing like the CGI trailer we saw of Sub-Zero and Scorpion. The two characters they showed looked stupid. I'm sorry, I mean, maybe you like Mortal Kombat, I just think it's the most detestable fighting game ever to be created. It just doesn't appeal to me. Give me Guilty Gear, X3rd, give me the new Persona Arena. Those are the fighting games that should be shown, not Mortal Kombat 10. Ratchet and Clank the movie. I repeat, Ratchet and Clank the movie. I repeat, not Ratchet and Clank the game, Ratchet and Clank the movie. Moving on. The Last of Us Remastered. I mean, the game's not too old. I heard they're going to be selling it for like $30 or whatever. Halo's got 4 remakes coming. Nintendo's remaking all these kind of Pokemon games. I mean, it is the flagship graphical standalone piece for the last-gen console, the PS3, so I'll give them a pass on this one. Just one pass. I'll give them this one. Just one time, I will give them this one. Nothing to be excited about, but I'll give them it. Arkham Knight. Well, it's coming out in 2015. We were shown it running on a high-end PC, because we obviously know that was not running on a PlayStation 4. I mean, at least we're shown in-game gameplay. That's one thing I can say. The game looked beautiful. The game looked good. Batman seemed to be a little too quick compared to last games, but who knows? They were demoing it. We don't really know much about the game yet. I like the new bat suit, how it's not exactly like, you know, the realistic Kevlar. It's more cybernetic and things of that nature. The Batmobile looks freaking amazing. So we'll see what happens in 2015. This is a day one buy for sure after the disaster that was Arkham Origins. I am glad that Rocksteady is at the helm again. Metal Gear Solid 5. More cutscenes with music trailers and music videos of a franchise I have never cared for. Never cared for. Uncharted 4. Another cutscene, possibly more CGI, and people shouting and screaming to the roof saying, "Oh my god, that's what the game's gonna look like. That game blows everything out of the water, including the best looking PC game." You really think it's gonna look like that in-game, people? You really think it's gonna look like that at 1080p, 60 frames per second? There's a lot of delusional console fanboys running around, a bunch of delusional corporate slaves running around, thinking all these cutscenes and pre-rendered CGI and things are real, that they are the example and they are representative of real gameplay. I'll believe it when I see it, and I'll admit it if I'm wrong. But until I see it, and until I prove wrong, I will not believe it. We've been fooled and bamboozled way too many times. I mean, they could have shown gameplay, right? But they chose not to. Why is that? Exactly. So overall, E3 was a huge disaster. It was overall a huge disappointment. Oh, there's also Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4 coming this fall. Now that would have been a big announcement, even if it was coming to the Xbox One like we already know. But the reason that announcement isn't big at all, because the PC version is coming out. And you know that PC version is going to get hooked up with all kinds of mods. So I give them credit for that announcement because, like I said before, if Grand Theft Auto 5 did not get announced at E3 on the PC, it was never coming to the PC. And like I said before also, if Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming to the PC, it will also be coming to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So overall, people, E3 was not fun. E3 was not exciting. Like I tweeted earlier and before, that I was coming in with very low expectations, and those very low expectations were pretty much met.